Alright, yo, what's up? What's going on, YouTube's Little Jam? Back on Marvel Midnight Suns.
We did it! Holy cats, we did it! Oh, I wish I could see Banner's face when he realizes we've swiped this thing back from him. Do you think I'll get a "Curse you, Stark" fist shaking in the air? It's kind of cliche, I know, but I'd still love it.
Many of us contributed to retrieving the accelerator, Tony. It was a group effort.
Of course, success has many fathers and all that. But we nailed him, and Banner took it on the chin, and he can't even hit back.
I will leave you to enjoy your prize, Tony.
Thanks. I just gotta figure out the best way to get this thing into the forge. Gonna be up all night with this baby.
I think I'm in a bit of shock.
Wanda?
Well, yes, of course, Wanda. I can't believe she's standing here in the Abbey among us again. I wish I could have joined you at the lab to be part of the homecoming, rather than merely bystander.
No matter who did the rescuing, the fact is that Wanda is back. And that is a good thing.
Yes, you're right, of course. We should celebrate every victory. And thanks to you, my pity party was small. Had just a single guest. Me.
Facts. Cause all that matters is Wanda. We got freaking Scarlet Witch back, bro.
We can assess the situation with clear eyes tomorrow.
All right. Then I guess I bid you good night.
Good night to you.
I'm gonna talk to Nico after talk to
I'm a
Caretaker.
complete and utter fool.
How so?
Before you left, I warned you not to show Wanda any mercy. And what did you do? You not only showed her mercy, you brought her back with you. I don't know what to say.
You do not need to say anything. Wanda is back with us. The corruption has been removed. We should just move on from here.
That's what I'm afraid of. What if I can't move on? I thought when Wanda fell to Lilith, that would be it. I'd never see her again. I thought her fall was inevitable. I just keep thinking about what might have happened if I hadn't pushed her away.
You cannot spend your time dwelling on mistakes. What is past is past.
Then I suppose I'll reserve all my worrying about the future. That should keep me quite occupied.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Yes. Give me time alone to think. That's probably the wisest move for all of us.
Oh, you freaking did it, Hunt! You brought her back and you didn't totally screw it up. I hope you know, what you did tonight means a lot to me and the rest of the Midnight Suns. You, reunited our twisted little family of outcasts and, we're never gonna forget it.
That was quite an ordeal. My body, mind, or spirit will not forget anytime soon.
Hey, at least you all got out of there alive, huh? It feels like the worst of this is over.
What makes you say that?
Wanda's back. Everything is gonna be better around here now. Just wait and see.
We got our #1 witch back.
I'm gonna pick this mug. Yeah.
Hydra
mystics can't stumble with a limbo portal. Color me not surprised.
From what I can see, the Midnight Suns are on a roll.
I know it's not cool to have this much hope, but Wanda, the Gamma thingy, feels good. Maybe next time, leave Charlie with us. Oh, good little hellhound tearing some soulless limb from limb.
Hey, did I miss the meeting where it's okay to trust Wanda?
The bad witch is once again the good witch. You have done it. You've returned one of my children home. Wanda.
Yeah, we got Wanda back.
You have done the impossible, Hunter. You've removed corruption and saved a soul, and still managed to keep yourself intact. You are indeed a wonder unto yourself.
But did I really save a soul? Wanda is here, but I am not so sure she is saved.
You worry about her spiritual well-being?
Maybe Caretaker is right. Maybe corruption cannot be removed completely, and some black tendril of my mother remains inside her, only to take hold of her again.
What if that's true, and a small part of that darkness lingers within her? Does that make her damned?
That make her
What do you
all
mean?
damned.
Would that not make her a monster?
Listen to what you're saying.
Damn.
You literally just absorbed all of your mother's dark energy into you. And I see no monster. You should know more than most. We all have a little darkness in us. It's how we handle it that makes all the difference.
And how do you think Wanda will handle it?
I honestly don't know. Wanda is home and safe, but I worry she's not well. She still blames herself for my death. I wish I could give her a big hug and tell her it wasn't her fault. But obviously that's not a possibility.
Perhaps one day we can find a way.
Yes, I would like that. I would like that very much. In the meantime, watch over her, will you? Show her the love I wish I could.
Wanda, man, I just can't believe it. You wore demonic armor made by Stark and Strange. Let that sink in.
I'm not gonna come.
Sorry. I just need some privacy. Sorry. I just need some privacy.
If you remember from the last trial, I told you that Hippus was consumed by his brother, Set, who absorbed him. It was this betrayal that showed the Elder Gods, including the Thong, the path towards their own corruption.
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared. Impressed. They cannot possibly match your strength.
Still part of my dog. Running like a man.
I don't think we'll be seeing any Serpent Men, but in his heyday, Set created his own personal army, much like Lilith and her children. Solution of Earth's various reptile species.
The mother will be your undoing. Welcome assistance. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Blade told me to mention your mother. Apparently, some for the rest of us.
If you you believe everything an old witch will tell you, when descended upon the earth, he used the prevailing reptiles, dinosaurs, to create his physical form.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. This shall be of great help. You had your chance to escape. As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
Unfortunately for those lumbering beasts, for thousands of years and drove them to extinction alongside their fallen admirer.
The untold price of being favored by the Elder Gods. Your mother abandoned you. There is no escape. The light. Welcome assistance.
I wouldn't go so far as to say Set is pleased, but I'm sure you've piqued his interest.
This looks like a device. The goddess disagrees.
Break the wall, Hunter. I will be right here. After.
He does not seem interested in breaking that. The Father of Serpents is smiling. There is only so much Hippus can do. He hears me, but has no answers. Hippus does not seem to agree. Sarah?
Of all the things you weren't expecting, finding me here had to be near the top of the list.
Have you been following me?
On the contrary, kiddo, I think it's you that's been following in my footsteps. Speaking of which, have you been enjoying the trials? I'm not sure how you found your way down that path, but you've obviously impressed the gods, just like your mother and I did.
You are being much calmer than I expected about all this.
You aren't the first member of your family to sneak away and attempt the trials. I remember raising more than a few eyebrows on my run.
This from the favored daughter of Oshter?
I always respected Oshter, especially compared to some of her siblings.
And my mother?
I think she saw something of herself in Autumn, but she was never one to flatter the gods.
She seems to have no issue kneeling to Chthon.
Is that really what you believe, Hunter?
I cannot say.
At least you've kept an open mind. I'm not sure I would have.
I have tried to remain neutral until I know more.
If you've come this far, then there's really no point in hiding it anymore.
This place, sealed and hidden away beneath my mother's garden. This was you again. Something else you wanted to lock away.
Would you believe it's because I've been a stubborn old woman for far too many centuries?
Yes.
This may be difficult to understand, given what you've been told, how you were raised. But your mother isn't the bastion of evil the world knows her to be.
Yes, I know she was not the mother of demons when she was with my father.
There's more to it than that. I told you of her work to find a cure for his illness. There was nothing she could do, and when he passed, she accepted his fate. But then, the corruption came for you.
I was sick? I do not remember that at all.
I'm not surprised, given the cure. You were so young, so vulnerable. Lilith was inconsolable. If she had been desperate to heal your father, she was now completely unhinged when it came to curing you.
But she did find a way.
We had thought to bury it in this place forever, safe from not just the greedy eyes of petty men like Shaw, but from ourselves.
The Darkhold.
Yes, and sensing your mother's desperation, the damn thing called out to her. There within its pages, Lilith found a way to protect her child. Straight from the Great Shadow himself, Chthon. And as payment, she pledged her eternal devotion to him, reborn as the mother of demons.
She gave herself to Chthon for me.
You were her only child, and she loved you more than anything else in this world. In her mind, it was no sacrifice at all. You were all that mattered.
And you still let me believe she was a monster.
For your protection, I only let you see her as she is now.
But what she became...
What she became, I barely recognized. She may have been your mother, but there was no way she could be your mother ever again.
And so you cast her out?
She was weakened from the transition. Some part of her soul still struggling with the corruption infecting her, I suppose. I knew I would only have the moment, and so I struck, drove her from the Abbey. From you. It was the only way I could protect you. In my mind and in my heart, I believed that the Lilith I knew would have done the same.
But then she came back.
Yes, it took her years, but she finally returned. Of course, by then, she had become something far different. The rest, as you know, is history. Until now. I thought by sealing this place, by avoiding the truth, that it would somehow make all of this easier. But I also knew someday we would have this conversation.
All these years? How could you?
I don't expect you to forgive me anytime soon, Hunter. But at least you know the truth.
I hope your conscience is clear now.
I will carry this with me for the rest of my years. You can take comfort in that, Hunter. You feeling all right?
Break away.
Nothing can stand in his way.
I hadn't intended on eavesdropping, dear, but I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with Sarah.
Did you know about my mother?
Sarah was never any more forthcoming about Lilith with me than she has been with you. She must have felt it was safer to keep both of us in the dark.
At the cost of a great deal of pain and suffering.
You don't have to tell me, dear. Had I known what Sarah was hiding, maybe I wouldn't have pushed Wanda as hard as I did.
And to say nothing of what this did to you?
It may sound ridiculous, but if someone had to end up this way, I'm glad it was me. Can you imagine what a nightmare Sarah would be as a poltergeist?
That is true. We may have had another terrorist stalking the grounds had things gone differently.
And despite everything, I have to say, I'm glad we were able to spend this bit of extra time together, Hunter.
I enjoyed it too, Agatha.
I'm glad, dear. But there are still more secrets to discover, if you're interested.
More still? How will I know where to find them?
Oh, I'd say some combination of dumb luck and persistence? But in all seriousness, with Set's blessing, you'll be able to break down all sorts of things, I imagine. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Just have fun, dear.
Set revels in his blessing.